everyone, welcome to Maiden Over. Let's start with the SRH versus Gujarat Titans match. It was a cracker of a match with everything going seesaw, and Umran Malik. I mean, what can you say about him? 5 wickets, and all the four of them were actually clean bowled, except the one of Hardik Pandya, which was a catch. But what a find for Indian cricket! Absolutely great, and it was overall a great match. And then it was a close match, which looked impossible. And here comes Rashid Khan out of the blue with Rahul Tewatia, of course. I mean, we all know what Tewatia can do. And of course, we have seen a glimpse of Rashid Khan doing it with CSK the other day. But he repeated it. And when it was needed, just 3 sixes in the last over. And he got 25 runs for Gujarat Titans, and they win again. They look like a winning team with everything going on well. This reminds me like the CSK team of 2018, which used to win from impossible situations, and everything came down to the last over, and they could finish it off. But this looks similarly, very close, because there are 2-3 matches in which they did it. Gujarat Titans, I can remember Rahul Tewatia in one, David Miller and Rashid Khan in one, and of course Rashid Khan and Rahul Tewatia in now. So many close matches, but overall it was a great match. You could see some great real talent coming to the forefront. Umran Malik, of course, and then, Rashid Khan and Rahul Tewatia here again. I hope they get a place in the Indian team based on their performances. Coming to today's match, it was DC versus KKR. KKR posted a total of 146 and DC chased it successfully, which means I got my prediction wrong, because I was hoping KKR would win, but nothing seems to be going right for them. DC, for KKR, of course, Nitish Rana scored well, and so did Shreyas Iyer. For DC, Kuldeep Yadav, I mean, 4 wickets, that was great, and he was the man of the match. 4 wickets for 13 runs, I mean, unbelievable stuff. It looks like all the spinners are just going great guns this IPL, be it Yuzvendra Chahal, Kuldeep Yadav, or even Ashwin for that matter. It's great to see them, succeed and do well. And then when it came for DC to bat, it looked shaky for them at one point, and then Powell came out of nowhere, and he hit a valuable 40 odd runs to take them home, and even good knocks from Akshar Patel and Shardul Thakur towards the end, but they finished it off in the 19th over itself with 6 balls to spare. So that was great. DC needed this win actually to be in the hunt for the top 4 position, so that was good. David Warner looks like he's coming back in form. I think for KKR it was Umesh Yadav who took 3 wickets, and Sunil Narayan took a wicket, and it was good. But that's it. The total was too low for them, to have that fight back, because it had it been like in the 170s range, this would have been a great close match, and KKR would have got a bigger chance to win, I would say. But 146, it was, even though they lost wickets, the DC, even though they lost wickets, they could still, manage it somehow, because the total was so low. It wasn't such a big total, so that was great. But DC get the win, and they remain in the hunt for the top 4, and KKR is going down, down, and down, and joining, of course, the likes of CSK and Mumbai Indians. Let's talk about that later. But one more point for DC, Rishabh Pant, his form is of serious concern. I am still of the strongest opinion that Rishabh Pant, Rohit Sharma, and Virat Kohli need to prove with their performance to be able to, select, be up for selection in the Indian team, because I feel it is not fair to the ones who performed and who are performing well. And I feel like they should be rewarded, and you cannot reward Rohit Sharma, Kohli and Pant for their past legacies. So, and especially Pant, I mean, what has he done? He gets his one, he's a great player, I agree, and on his day, he can devastate any team. I agree with that too, but I mean, it's not fair. It's not fair. Once in a while, once in 10 innings, a knock in 10 innings, and he gets a chance again and again and again. While people who have been like Dinesh Karthik or other wicket keepers, Ridhiman Saha did well. I mean, for them to have performed and then not being given a chance is unfair. So do let me know of your thoughts on that. Let's move on to tomorrow's match. It's going to be Lucknow Super Giants versus Punjab Kings. Punjab Kings just coming after win with CSK, and Lucknow Super Giants, of course, they are in top form. So whom are you going for? I am actually going for Lucknow Super Giants. I feel it's going to be the bowling power of Punjab Kings with Rabada leading, with the batting powers of Lucknow Super Giants with KL Rahul leading up that. So that's going to be an interesting battle. Not to say that Punjab Kings have a bad batting lineup. I mean, Shikhar Dhawan is there, and then Johnny Bairstow is there, and then Manish Pandey is there, Huda is there. I mean, there are many players who are there. So but I still feel the bowling is going to be the leader in Punjab Kings versus the batting lineup of Lucknow Super Giants leading with KL Rahul. So we need to see that, but I am going with Lucknow Super Giants. What about you? Do post your thoughts and comments on today's match, yesterday's match, and also the prediction for tomorrow's match. See you tomorrow. Bye.